can't believe I'm going to say this. But Prince Harry and Meghan Markle should definitely ask for forgiveness of the royal family. According to Richard Eden. This is the most authoritarian, weird, North Korean, Russian propaganda that I've ever seen in my life. London's own version of Edward Nygma, aka the Riddler from Batman, is on his normal behind kissing agenda. Today he writes the most ridiculous article that I've seen in such a long time. The very telling reason why Harry and Meghan should now seek forgiveness from Kate. And when you read the article, there is no very telling reason. Nothing. The fact that the Princess of Wales did not choose to inform the Duke and Duchess of Sussex of her bombshell news speaks volumes about the state of their relationship, which is why, as I shall explain, it is now time for Harry and Meghan to seek forgiveness. What is they seeking forgiveness for? Don't get me wrong. Listen, at the end of the day, and I keep saying this, my sympathy and empathy for Kate Middleton stops with the fact that she just got a recent diagnosis for cancer, and it stops there. But that does not absolve her or the rest of the family of anything that they have done in the past and may do in the future. So all these attempts to keep trying to somehow vilify Meghan and Harry even more because of a recent health diagnosis that has nothing to do with them is getting old, is cruel and evil, and everyone sees through it. Everyone. Think back to all those jolly photographs and the television footage of those three pre-Meghan together. Okay, this is what I can't stand. This idea that before Meghan, there will be these moments that we will regularly see of Kate, William, and Harry together, and it would just look like they were just great trio. But then, few years later, Harry will release Spare, and then we would come to realize that that was just all for show, which we all know that's what the royal family do. They perform, they do what they need to do, they go home, and they're not really a close family. So again, it's like the media know, or they're aware that we're all aware that all of this is just performative and it's fake. But they still want us to continue on believing the fakeness and the fantasy because, for whatever reason, I do not know. Nor can I figure it out. But the point is that this idea and this belief that Meghan was the cause of this rift when there was never anything to rift because they were never as close as we were led to believe in the first place is absurd. The article continues on to speak on, of course, the Oprah interview, which I'm getting so sick of hearing about, but let's get to it. Among the many shocking claims was Meghan's accusations that Kate had made her cry in a dispute over dresses for the Flower Girls at the Sussexes' wedding. For the 80th billionth time. As petty and ridiculous as this story may seem to the most common folk, however, this story was the beginning of what will be the never-ending saga of let's destroy and villainize Meghan Markle. And the only reason we even knew about this story was because it came from someone on Kate's side. Or Kate herself. Now it seems like we're trying to make Kate the victim of something that she or someone close to her caused. Because not only did Meghan respond to an issue or a situation that made her life a living HE double hockey sticks, it wasn't like Kate came out and told the truth or made a statement or had someone write a statement for her to say, hey, this is not happening in this way and this is not real. She never did that. She let this continue, she let this to fester, and she never corrected it. And then years later, we will find that it was the total opposite, and it was way more nuanced than we originally thought. But the part of the article that just makes me think, like, is the UK press, and the royal family, is this becoming some, like, version of North Korea? Is when he says, and beg for forgiveness from Catherine and her husband who deserve nothing less. Mind you, this creepazoid has burner accounts. Shall we remind you? Just a few years ago, he wrote this tweet talking about Harry and Meghan's documentary or docuseries called Live to Lead. And then one of Harry and Meghan supporters responded to his tweet, and one of the things they said was, "Glad to know you'll be watching since the old ones don't pay your bills." And at the very bottom, this account responded to that tweet as if someone had forgot to exit out of their fake account. And if you go to this account on Twitter, it's up, and that tweet is still up. All this is still there because I figured that he got caught up, and he felt like if he deleted it would make it look more suspicious. Smart fella. But this account to this day still writes horrible things about Meghan and Harry, almost like the derangers. It's been a long time since I made a long video like this, but it was definitely needed, and I definitely need to get this out because it's been a rough few weeks for a lot of different reasons related to this and non-related to this. I'm just over it. And I'm so tired of people constantly gaslighting me and other people and just trying to rewrite history like things haven't happened or think these things didn't happen before, and just reacting to the reaction and not to the cause. It's getting old. And guys, if you enjoy my content, please make sure that you follow me, like, repost this video, and leave me a comment. I would love to know what you think.